Hello, hello. This is Friday. Welcome back to my SnowRunner hard mode playthrough. And today you are looking at the brand new shiny, well, not exactly shiny, but okay, brand new Cat 745C with its log carrier add-on. And today's episode, we're gonna start on working on the whole timber contract. So the first thing we need to do is deliver 2 medium logs, and I was just anxious to use the Cat 745C, so that's what I'm doing. Yes, it is the middle of the night, I know, but, well, hey, again, it is what it is. Generally, I use this truck for a fuel truck slash rescue truck. But believe it or not, the fuel tank on this thing, the add-on I mean, is not the biggest actually. I think that regular trailer has more fuel than the add-on for this, despite it looking pretty big. In the last episode, I did get started on the whole mountain river exploration and tasks and all those fun things, and as a result I got this bad boy. And I know this has been discussed plenty of times, but for anyone who is new to the game or new-ish, the reason why the Cat 745C is 100 times better than the Azov Antarctic as far as maneuverability, because the Cat 745C, the articulation swivels left to right and up and down, versus so basically it just, see, look, allow me to demonstrate. See, it swivels left to right, but the little neck there, oh yeah, it swivels left to right and up and down, versus the Azov Antarctic, his little neck there where the articulation connects is stiff, so it only articulates left to right, which is why it's so tippy. Yeah, that's all I wanted to mention, really. I like the Azov Antarctic. I like the Azov Iceberg a lot better. It completes missions and contracts, and it just leaves a wake of destruction in its path. That mod is the best ever. Essentially, it articulates, and the front wheels turn as well. All right. No medium logs on the truck, and let's have at it. Where are we going with this? To the sawmill. So I think I'm just gonna take this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, and this way. And of course the long, what you call it, long log attachment I left in Pedro Bay. Did I? Yeah, sure did. The lights are not the greatest on this thing, but, well, can't really do anything about it. Except maybe do this in the middle of the night. But some folks get nauseous watching that, so I get that. I don't like first person mode either. Even if when I was like in my racing career, on your Project Cars and Gran Turismos of the world, I would always do third person view. I just need to see the whole car. I need to know what it's doing. How it's behaving. I don't have the top engine for the Cat yet. It's somewhere here in Alaska. I think it's actually in Pedro Bay on top of that hill that we need to get to yet. Oh, did I miss my turn? No, I didn't. I just plopped it down wrong. Right on. I absolutely love this thing. Yeah, at first, when I got introduced to the whole articulated vehicle thing, I didn't like him. It was very hard for me to control him. Then I looked at it differently. I look at it now as if it's a tractor-trailer combination. The front wheels and the cab is the tractor, and the rest is the trailer. If you look at it that way, it actually goes a lot easier. Because essentially, that's how it behaves. It's just a tractor with a... Whoa. Hey now. What in the world was that? Probably a rock. So right now the Cat is as upgraded can be, until I find that other engine. Right now it has the middle engine, and I've already had it. I didn't have to buy it. And it's coming into daylight. That's awesome. Although it is slow, and it is thirsty, but there's no stopping this thing. Even though it's got a schnoz that'll give the Zix Mastodon a run for its money, I don't know, for some reason it doesn't seem to get hung up on stuff. And just to reiterate, now that I'm out of Michigan and I'm doing Alaska, I'm having a ton of fun. I think I overdid it. I was in Michigan on 4 different playthroughs, 5 different separate times or so. And it just started becoming, or the game actually started becoming a chore. I don't like chores all that much. See how it swivels left to right and the other way as well? Yeah, it's got a That is why it's so much better than the Azov Antarctic. If they could make it with the same swiveling mechanism, that truck, meaning the Azov, would be phenomenal. Alright, let's get these. Yeah, that is the one thing that I don't like. Overloading, or perhaps maybe, putting a bunch of these in a semi-sideboard and taking them to wherever they need to go and pack them. And I'd like to deliver these as they were intended, because essentially the core of this game, like the games before, meaning Spin Tires and Mud Runner, logging is all you did. And the occasional rescue and repair job. The cool thing about it was, even like the scouts had like their own little unique logging trailer. That was pretty cool. Whoa. Okay, one down, two to go. I shall meet you guys back at the logging station. Yeah, so it completely dawned on me that I don't have the advanced special gearbox. Well, it's something we shall have to remedy, isn't it? It just happens that it's around the corner. I thought I grabbed it. I sure didn't. Oops, tree stump. And a big rock. Haha. Yes. And that's that. Alright, we're back at the logging station and loaded up. Let's go make let's deliver some logs. So just have one more medium to deliver and one more long log after that. I am going to have to move to Pedro Bay to get the logging add-on. The rear logging trailer bit. So yeah, that's gonna have to bring it back here, but that's okay. It's all good. Yeah, I'm terrible at remembering where I need to go. So we're just gonna go this way. This way, this way. Alright. It's actually not that bad on fuel with that middle engine, and it does just fine. It still just plows through stuff. Obviously, with the top engine, it will be unstoppable. But, yeah, it does perfectly fine. I wonder if the... Oh, man, sorry. I wonder if the container attachment, I wonder that this cat... Yeah, what the hell? Okay, just a lump of dirt, I guess. I wonder if that container attachment, if you can still load, like, concrete blocks on it and stuff. Metal beams and what have you. I remember someone said that they patched it, but I haven't seen for myself. Yeah, this thing is cool. If it had all the diff lock on all the time, yeah, just unstoppable. Although I did get it flipped once on the ice Doritos in Erska River. One came shooting out of the ground and this thing just went flying on its side. But that was a fluke. One of those moments. Alright, delivery just around the corner. The way that engine shuts off is so cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go grab the rear long log attachment from Pedro Bay quick, and I'll be right back. All right, and we're back in Northport with our trusty Western Star 4700 NF GTQRS. I've recovered the rear logging add-on, and we're on the way to the logging station to pick up a lot of long logs and get another contract under the belt. I know I've said this like 82 times already, but if you can, get yourself one of these. This thing is awesome. All right, here we go. Yeah, I still kept the snow chain tires on there. All right, let's get this bad boy loaded. All right, sorry, that was I had to turn the recorder off for something. For some reason, my game actually just crashed. Well, it didn't crash, but yeah, it just gave me an error message and it turned itself off. I don't know what that was all about, but all right, I'm back, loaded, and off we go. Pull. Pull. Yeah. I don't know, this thing, I don't know why they call it a wolf pack. They should call it a dragon pack. Doesn't this thing look like a dragon? That's right. There shall be no stopping me. Or is there? Alright, here we go. Through the water. I mean, can you imagine just like doing this stuff in like the real world? Through this water and this mud, and it's just mind-boggling. Yeah, I was looking at videos of the Western Star twin steer doing work in like oil fields and stuff. I mean, this thing was like buried. Halfway up its wheels in just mud and picking up like some kind of platforms and oil rigs. And I mentioned it this in the New Game Plus playthrough that I've done for a brief hot second. I've actually seen a twin steer in real life. I don't know where it was going, but it was on a trailer. I've seen it in Rock Springs, Wyoming. So I'm assuming it was being hauled off to some oil field in the wilderness to do what it is it does. And it could be so much more useful and much more usable in this game. And it even has that little baseball diamond towards the back of its flatbed. That's actually a hydraulic fifth wheel. It flips up and down. You flip a switch, or, oh, that's gonna leave a mark. You actually flip the hydraulic switch. I'm pretty sure it's powered by air, not actual hydraulics, or I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about. And the low saddle, high saddle, I mean, in the real world we just call it a fifth wheel. It flips up and down and it hides, and so it's even on the truck in the game. So essentially you could have probably 3 slots if the saddle was engaged, plus a semi trailer behind it. There you go, 8 slot truck and trailer combo. Yeah, it would be incredible. I mean, mods were made, yes. I particularly enjoy the twice twin steer, where you can actually have a crane in the back, just like the Mastodon. It's got a crane, and you can hook up a pull behind trailer. So you got 4 slots on its deck, and another 8 slot, basically. See, I didn't, yeah, okay, I'm going the right way. Yeah, I just don't commit these maps to memory, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be blue dot GPSing it the whole time. Some maps I do know. Like the map that I really remember very well is Lake Coved. I don't know why. Come on, buddy. That looks like a freaking dragon. I don't care what you say. Not a wolf. Looks like a dragon. Yeah, what do you know? It's got a tinted back window. Yeah, buddy. Diff lock is overrated. Oh, I got the lights on, okay. Anyway, yeah, so that truck would be so much more useful. Or, okay, if you don't want to give it a trailer, okay, fine, I get it. But at least put a crane on that thing. The little one in the back, like the Zix Mastodon has. And then again, if you really think about it, like, seriously, we're 3 years plus into this thing. Why are you still restricting stuff? Let us have all the tires for all the trucks and all the add-ons and whatever else. I mean, why is that such a big deal? You want replayability, longevity? Boom, there you have it. Like, for example, the crane swapper mod. I've got it engaged. I don't use it because, yeah, this playthrough doesn't have mods. But, you know, you can have a Taiga with a yellow crane, and boom, right there. You're so much better. So you want to, so as a developer and, you know, engineer or whatever the title may be, I'm guessing the train of thought was, Okay, let's give the newer players a Kenworth 963 and a Mastodon available from level 1. That way they'll be more interested in playing this game. Okay, yeah, that may be true. So you give us a Season 11 truck that you can go and recover and rescue on day 1 when you start this game. And just give us the tires, man. That's it. Put the mud tires on the North American trucks. Just make all the tires available for all trucks. And boom, you have yourself game longevity, or whatever it's called. Replayability or whatever. That's just me. That's just me throwing my 2 cents in. Alright, here we go. Timber contract complete. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it. Thank you. I still think he looks like a dragon. Let's take a little snapshot. Boom. That's a thumbnail and a half right there, huh? Too bad I can't take one. All right, see you guys. Thank you for watching. Catch you next time.